Greetings everyone, this is Double Dealing Disarray, and welcome back to my playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. Now, I hope you enjoyed the last video. I certainly did. This one promises to be just as good, if not better. Now, let's play.
I trust you enjoyed your evening. After all your efforts, it was well deserved. It may be some time before you're afforded another such night. There is much to be done, and I promised I would help you however I could. I'm certain a cure for you can be found at Moonrise Towers, but it's complicated. The journey specifically, it's extremely perilous, though it seems you're well accustomed to navigating danger.
I suppose it was too much to hope we were going to be cured here and now. To Moonrise, then.
What's so dangerous about it? Moonrise Towers it is, then. I'd better make haste. I was expecting more fun from you, or... I was expecting more from you than a lead towards some distant, dangerous prospect. That's it? Just go to this place?
What were you expecting? That I'd mumble a spell or whip out a potion?
Yes?
I won't be held accountable just because you're naive enough to expect easy answers. Now, allow me to continue. To get to the towers, you'll need to pass through a terrible place. A cursed place. This curse shrouds everything in shadow. You will not find life, light, or anything natural there. Any who linger are twisted by the curse. They become shadow beings, tormented, dangerous souls.
Sounds like I have no choice. I need to find a way through. What do you suggest? The Absolute's forces can tolerate such a place? There must be another way to cure myself. How are you so sure Moonrise is where I have to go?
So it seems, though I don't know how. You'll have to choose your approach carefully. You could go overland, along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the Shadow Curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in the ruined Temple of Selûne. It leads to Moonrise Towers through the Underdark. Long ago, a man called Ketheric Thorm built a secret stronghold deep down there, before rallying a whole army of Dark Justiciars, Shah worshippers.
Dark Justiciars. Must see for myself.
Aradin and his lot were looking for a way down there. They were promised riches if they retrieved a relic called the Night Song. But I think there's more. From this stronghold, Ketheric's forces could access both the Temple of Selûne and Moonrise Towers. But he was defeated before he could launch an attack. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a more direct path to Moonrise Towers. And maybe even bypass the worst of the Shadow Curse.
So how do I find this underground route? I don't want to risk getting lost in the Underdark. I'll journey overland. I never thought I'd say this, but it sounds like the Underdark is the safer route. What would you do? I wonder, because of all the mods I have, if I'd be able to just take everything out through the Gauntlet of Shar first, and see how I have to deal with Ketheric without the other Thorms, but I have a feeling I had to deal with the other Thorms during that battle, so...
You'll need to pick it up where Aradin left off. Find the hidden entrance. It's somewhere in the Temple of Selûne.
The one you stopped me from going into? I don't want to risk getting lost in the Underdark.
The decision is yours, but I'd favor the Underdark. Even a place like that is the lesser evil compared to the shadow-cursed lands.
Which one did I choose last time?
You may reconsider once you see the effects of the curse for yourself. I would like to join your camp, if you'll allow me. I can offer my skills, my counsel. I've long sought to return to Moonrise Towers. It seems our fates have aligned.
Okay. Let's go then. You want to come to Moonrise as well? Why? What about the Grove?
Unfinished business, and a lifetime of regret to repair. I helped overthrow Ketheric Thorm and his Dark Justiciars years ago, but I failed to prevent him from unleashing darkness across the region before he was defeated. I spent years researching the curse, trying to put an end to it. Nothing has worked. Yet, if I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can lift this curse. Same as you may find a cure for your infection.
Let's go then. Is that why you went with Eredin? You thought he might uncover this route to Moonrise?
Precisely. Then perhaps I could have done something about both the Shadow Curse and Ceramorphosis aberrations. But in my eagerness, I put far too much faith in the abilities of Eredin and his band. We didn't even get close.
What about the Grove?
I've chosen a successor as first druid, Francesca of the High Forest. A bird's already been dispatched to summon her.
Okay. Who? What about one of the others? Wrath, perhaps? I'll trust your judgment.
Precisely. Who indeed? You do not know, and neither do any of the others.
Oh.
The Grove needs to move beyond the mistakes of the past. What it needs is an unknown quantity. An outsider who can enforce the Oakfather's teachings without bias. This is why I chose Francesca. She will restore simplicity and purity to the Grove in my absence.
Okay. Very shrewd of you. Won't this cause resentment? Sounds like the Grove will be in good hands then. We should get going.
Resentment will spring up like mushrooms no matter what I do. You cannot please everyone, and you'd be a fool to try. Now, we've quite the journey ahead. Best get started.
May the darkness protect you.
And you. You seemed intrigued when Halsin mentioned Dark Justiciars.
Wouldn't you be in my place? If there's even the slightest chance that Shah worshippers remain within our reach, we should try and find them. Even if they're all long gone, and that seems quite likely from what we know, who knows what they may have left behind for us to use? My people are nothing if not resourceful. As long as I've prayed to Lady Shah, I've wished to serve her as a Dark Justiciar. There is scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shah, save perhaps if you become the head of her church. To become a Dark Justiciar is to become the Night Singer's sword arm, her implement with which she will cast down the unbelievers and win the final battle to restore her perfect, endless darkness. It's all I ever wanted. I prayed it was my calling. But Mother forbid me from seeking to prove myself worthy of the rank. She said I was not ready. Not my mother, I should add. The Mother Superior, head of Lady Shah's enclave in Baldur's Gate. Sometimes I wonder if she would ever deem me ready. I owe her everything, and I only wish to serve, yet she can prove inscrutable.
You think she'll ever relent and make you a Dark Justiciar? I don't understand. Why be so secret about such an ambition? Thank you for sharing. Well, that was a load of nothing. I'm not sure why you bothered telling me that.
Dark Justiciars are hated by many, judged to be ruthless fanatics. Even the few who would accept a follower of Lady Shah would likely balk at a Justiciar in their midst. But there's a simpler answer to your question. I simply forgot about the desire I had until I saw some things that reminded me. Now, I can't get it out of my mind.
You think she'll ever relent?
I don't know. Perhaps if I succeed in my mission and reach Baldur's Gate. Hope has little place amongst Lady Shah's children. It's an illusion, a distraction. But for this, I hope my time will yet come.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. I had a feeling you'd be understanding.
I think the reason why she didn't ask about the wine is because it was already Gale and Astarion. I think. So I was already with Astarion. I did talk to Gale before talking to her. And Gale's approval went to 100. So she was like, I'm not getting in the middle of that. And she did ask earlier, or she did have the suggestion earlier about me. I don't think I was getting to know her better, but it was something like that. And I'm just like, okay, maybe next time. If there is a next time, I might do Astarion's lineage. Or
Copper for your thoughts.
not lineage, his storyline, or I might go full Dark Urge. Alright, that's pretty intense. So, yeah.
Tell me, what can I do for you?
That's different.
Oakfather's blessings to you.
And you. Okay. I have to ask, how do you know so much about the parasite? Seems like you feel responsible for the Shadow Curse somehow. Do you know how the Shadow Curse can be stopped? At the celebration with the Tieflings before, I hope I didn't come over too strong. Got caught up in the moment. How are you faring out here at at the camp? I think I might be sick beyond the tadpole. I'm getting worried.
Everything in your mind has been destroyed from what I gathered. And from the path I see you on, you are doing well at picking up the pieces. I am here to be your ear as you bear your burdens, and the arms that protect you if you can shoulder them no more. I believe you when you tell me that your symptoms do not wholly align with the makings of the parasite. But until we remove it, I doubt we will be able to isolate the rest of your troubles.
Okay. You're right. I'll keep it together. I'll try to keep it together. Sleepwalking, hallucinating creatures, temptations. I could lose myself before I make it to a cure. Blackouts, fainting spells. I'm losing new memories every day. Try as I may, I cannot stop thinking about death.
The Oakfather must have blessed you to make it this far. Or another eye above. If I had my fleet of druids and a month of hard research, perhaps I could help. But I'm no savant. For now, I can only guarantee a cure for ceramorphosis.
Okay.
I studied one up close. Closer than most would care to be to those things. A drow attacked me and I defended myself. Afterwards, I was able to examine the tadpole that emerged. Hideous, but fascinating. Like nothing else in nature, I'm glad to say. Well, there's hardly anyone left to share the responsibility with. Few who witnessed the fall of Moonrise still draw breath. What Ketheric Thorm unleashed is not something that nature can undo by itself. I must do what I can.
Okay.
I studied the Shadow Curse for years, but to truly understand it and stop it, I must reach its source.
Gotcha.
Perhaps. But we'll need to get closer before I can put my theory into practice. Put it from your mind for now. Once we near the curse, then there will be more to be said.
Okay.
There are few things that are too strong for me. And cast those regrets aside. You did not get caught up in the moment. You seized it. In other circumstances, I would have done the same.
You'd have done the same. Glad I didn't leave a bad impression then. Honestly, let's just forget it ever happened. Okay.
Perhaps. But best to not dwell on nights past. There are plenty more yet to come.
How are you faring?
With such stimulating company? Never better.
All right, my dear Dandy. Your turn.
A line with a fork and 1, 2, 3 dots. Bloody infernal. How was anyone meant to read this garbage?
Evening. It's easy for some of us. Doing some stretches before bed. I thought you didn't care what Cazador wrote on your back. I don't remember this.
What are you doing?
Sorry, I'll leave you alone. Me? What are you doing? I was hoping to hear a little poetry. What's it say?
It's, well, I have no idea. I've been trying to trace the words, but they may as well be written in Rashimi.
Let me have a look. Want me to get a mirror?
This isn't your problem, you know.
I know. Now shut up and turn around. All right, if you don't want answers. You're right, it's not. Good luck.
Fine.
Kind of seems ashamed. Which saddens me.
The jagged script is definitely infernal, a language you know all too well. The lines describe oaths and the fires below, but the language is
1, 2, 3.
fragmented and strange. This is just a piece of a larger text.
And? What does it say?
Something about the fires below. It's just fragments of infernal legalese. It's not a poem. It might be part of a devil's pact. There once was a cleric of Gond who was cursed with a very small wand.
Ha ha! Tell me what it says. Infernal pact. But not even the whole text. What was that bastard up to?
If he did make a devil's pact, he's more dangerous than we thought. You really have no idea what this is. Doesn't matter, you're free of him now. We should tell the others, they might be able to help.
No. No, let's keep this between ourselves. At least until we know what it means.
You really have no idea what this is. Did you ever see Cazador write in Inferno before? If this is part of a contract, where's the rest? Disappointed?
I wasn't his only spawn. And he tortured us all. I imagine each of us are carrying a piece of this infernal contract. But what could a devil have offered Cazador? He had wealth, power, control. What more could you want? Thank you. By the way, this is... well, it's something.
You're welcome. We'll figure it out, I promise. Don't mention it. Just make sure it doesn't get us killed, all right?
Will we? How sweet.
Let me guess. Went down by... okay. Just went down by 1. I do enjoy teasing him when I can. Hello.
I promised I'd be back. Don't worry. I have things under control. For now. You haven't been using the parasite's power. You think you don't need it. But things haven't gone as you expected. You hoped a druid as powerful as Holsin might be able to remove your tadpole. But he couldn't. You're desperate to be rid of it. Understandable. But you're looking for solutions in the wrong places.
So what should I be doing? I don't care about the tadpole. I've been offered a greater power by my butler. Tell me who you are. Halsin mentioned that these tadpoles have been modified with magic. It was worth a shot. There must be some way to get rid of the tadpole. I'm done seeking solutions.
There is. But you'll need to think beyond local healers. Your parasite is unusual. It is wrapped in magic that prevents its removal. Until the source of the tadpole's magic is destroyed, any attempt to remove it will kill you. You're
Right.
lucky that Halsin knew this. His instincts are right. The parasites were merely a symptom of a greater sickness in Faerun.
How do I destroy the source of the tadpole's magic? I thought you said you could protect me. What is the sickness? How do you know so much about these tadpoles? Tell me more about this magic.
The Absolute's aims are not yet clear to me. But its progress towards domination is clear. These parasites are more than illithid spawn. They are vessels for control. The infected hear the voice of the Absolute and believe it to be a god. That is how the cult of the Absolute is spreading. The highest of their rank, the True Souls, carry a tadpole just like yours. It is how they receive their orders. It is what makes them obey. When the order to transform is given, it will not be a matter of days. They will be mind flayers in an instant. Were it not for my protection, so would you.
My mind tells me to do foul things. Are you sure your protection is working? So who are you? How is it that you protect me? Why are you protecting me? Why should I believe you? I don't trust you.
I protect you from becoming a mind flayer. I cannot protect you from yourself.
Yay.
But I know what it is like to be burdened by forces outside of your control. We are alike. You and I. Just like you, I was infected with a mind flayer parasite. Just like you, I seek to be free of it. I've been trying to escape from this evil for a long time. Once, I almost succeeded. Now, through you, I've been given a new chance. You can go where I cannot, and I can protect you from that evil. If we work together, we may turn this around. Hells. They need me. I have to go.
What is going on over there? Is there anything I could do to help you? Tell me where I can find you. Wait, what do you need me to do?
No. It isn't safe. The power I used to protect you, I stole it from someone. They want it back. I will hold them off for as long as I can. But sooner or later, I will be worn down. You must discover the source of the magic that controls the parasites before that happens. The cultists are gathering at Moonrise Towers. Use the powers your parasite gives you to convince them you are one of them. And when you find the source of their magic, destroy it. Go. Our freedom depends on it.
I had another dream. Which, I suppose, means you did as well. Whoever's reaching out to us truly does seem opposed to the Absolute, but wants us to embrace the tadpole. Venture right into the heart of the cult. Perhaps we truly have a secret protector. Or we're walking into a trap.
Another visit from the Golden Paladin. It said we'll get the answers we need about the tadpole if we infiltrate the cult.
We'll need to be discreet to get in the heart of the cult. These powers might help. And let's do just that. I'm not sure. If we can use these tadpoles for good before extracting them, it could be worth it. This feels like a trap. I don't think we should indulge this dream visitor at all.
Could be. But I'm not sure either. And I'd rather rely on our wits and our weapons than a tadpole that could be up to anything in there.
Yeah. Come on.
Aces.
I had another dream last night. The visitor came to me and ordered me to penetrate the heart of the very cult that's spreading the infection. It gave me a tadpole gift too, just like it did the first time it appeared. I suppose it hoped this would help. At first, I thought we should avoid these gifts no matter what advantage we gain. And yet, I can't help recall the words of my father. The best plan is the one that works. These powers could be enough to edge us towards victory.
Agreed. We need these powers to infiltrate the cult. This is the plan that works. I'd sooner avoid these powers if we can. I feel like we're being led into a trap.
Very well. If it's mind games these parasites wish to play, we'll play. And we'll win.
Yes.
I've been dreaming of our enigmatic visitor again. She told me our purpose was to take on this cult of the Absolute, to infiltrate its ranks and bring it down from the inside. She even offered me greater powers, the result of some manipulation of the tadpole's psionic abilities. Given the magnitude of what we're up against, I see no harm in considering the benefit this offer might afford us. Could be the only way to reach this source in one piece.
And tadpoles are part of the problem, not a solution. We shouldn't rely on them or their powers. You're right, we must use every means at our disposal, even unsavory ones. That remains to be seen. I still don't trust this dream visitor's intentions.
As existential evils go, the Absolute certainly seems an adversary worth halting in its tracks. Any opportunities for us to indulge our tadpole's capabilities are hardly on the same scale. Trifles, when one considers the bigger picture.
Another dream. Another order from that dubious visitor. It announced that we will find the answers we seek in the Absolute Cultist's lair, and offered another generous gift. A persuasive creature. It tempts us with power, expresses its admiration, its adoration. Avert your eyes whenever it appears, and do not avail yourself of this new power, no matter how alluring. You've no idea what damage it could do to us, how far into illithid madness it could drag us.
We can use the skill to manipulate these cultists. We'd be fools to refuse it. I think the dream figure was right. Follow these cultists and we find the source of our tadpoles. I distrust the visitor too. I'll avoid using this power.
Well chosen. Battles are won with swords, not mind games born of brainworms. And there will come a battle. Of that I'm most certain. The one truth that fell out of the dream figure's cankered lips.
Yeah, that's the thing. Mind games. Just tactics, really. And if you can use mind games against the enemy, yeah. It can be fun, and it can be worth it. These dreams linger in my memory. Do you think that strange figure will come back?
It is a certainty. I had assumed our parasites served a Geich elder, but I believe they serve a greater master still.
A greater master? Who or what could that be? Elders? Doesn't sound like something I want to encounter. The Absolute is this master, I'm sure of it. Fever dreams born of the parasite should be ignored.
Perhaps. Absolute may be a mere pseudonym behind which this master hides. Whatever this voice, whomever this master, it dominates dreams and unites minds.
I had another visit from that dream figure. I take it you did too. It claims that if we infiltrate the heart of the cult that's giving out these parasites, we'll find the answers we're looking for. It gave me another gift, too. Just like it did the first time it appeared. Rather generous, if you ask me.
I notice he tends to mumble. He doesn't really, open his mouth much, but when he gets excited, that's when he shows it. When he's pissed, oh my gosh, that gets really toothy. To infiltrate the cult, we must be discreet. The tadpole can help us with that. Whatever's at the heart of this cult, we have to find it, by any means possible. I don't like it. This whole thing feels like a trap.
And if that fails, then there's always killing them quietly.
Agreed.
Now, was there anything else?
No, nothing. Yeah.
Then I'll see your delicious self tonight.
Alrighty, well, that was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. If you did, please leave a like. maybe subscribe if you wish. But with that fun done for now, this is Double Dealing This Ray, signing out.